Hello everybody, are you ready to make an absolutely delicious coconut pound cake drizzled over with some chocolate, and it is absolutely soft and absolutely delicious with little itty bitty bits of coconut coming in. It is really good, promise. And this is it. Hello, welcome to Soul Kitchen. I am Neetu, and this is where everything is baked from the heart and from the soul, and where all ingredients are infused with love. And today we're going to make this absolutely delicious coconut cake, and let's see how it's done. So first we begin, the very first step which we need to do is firstly we get all our ingredients out, we get the butter out, we get our yogurt out, make sure it's at room temperature, and we turn on our ovens so that we're ready to bake. Then the second step we do is we prep our coconut. Now our coconut is, this is finely shredded coconut. You take a whole coconut, a brown coconut, you grate it, and then you put it in the oven, at 150 degrees centigrade for roughly about 5 to 7 minutes. Just lay it out on your pan, put a baking paper, put a baking sheet underneath, like your parchment paper, and lay out the coconut on it, and then just toast it a little bit for about 7 minutes, 5 to 7 minutes, till it's a little bit dry. You don't want it to be brown absolutely, because that's gonna, that coconut is gonna burn. But just slightly, where it's lost its moisture. Just slightly toast it, and just about 7 minutes is perfect. Right? And it's about 1 cup of coconut. And now we're going to start with creaming our butter and our sugars. Okay, this is 100 grams of butter. As always, I prefer to use the salted butter because, I think it just adds more flavor to your cakes. Okay, let's start by whipping this up. It's going to whip for about a minute. And this is softened butter, at room temperature. The butter is nice and soft now. It's become a pale creamy color, and now we're ready to add the sugars in. This is granulated sugar, or as we call it, it's called Castor sugar in India. This is like the free flowing kind of sugar, and it's quite easily available online now, although not so easily in stores. So you can always order it online. And this is the best sugars for cakes because it gets incorporated nicely. So Castor sugar or granulated sugar, 3/4 cup. And it goes. Just mix it around a little so that it doesn't fly all over the place. This we're going to mix for about at least 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes. And remember to keep scraping the sides of your bowl every half a minute or so that everything gets nicely mixed in. Mixture is looking nice and frothy now. It's really coming together. It's looking really good. I'm going to show it to you in a minute. And remember to beat this at a low speed, because when it's when air is beaten into this mixture at a low speed, it's going to be more stable. So when it bakes in the oven, the air isn't just going to pop out and escape. It's going to be more stable. It's going to stick in there. Alright, this is done, and I'm going to show you how this looks. As you can see, it's nice and fluffy, and everything is nicely incorporated. So that's what we're looking for. And now we add to this, our yogurt. This is half a cup of yogurt, and if you were to use eggs, you could use 1 egg and 1/4 cup of yogurt. That would give really good results. And since this is an eggless cake, this is half a cup of yogurt. That's good. Yogurt makes the cakes really, really soft. It gives a very tender crumb, and it's absolutely fantastic. And make sure you are using yogurt which has either been drained of its liquids, most of its liquid, or you're using Greek yogurt, and add it in 2 parts. And I'm also vanilla grater. Alright, let's whip. Cake is looking good. I can tell you, this is going to be a good cake. Alright, now we're going to add, the remaining yogurt. So add the yogurt 1/4 cup at a time. Okay, that's the right way to do it. Beautiful. Yes, it's nicely whipped up. I'm just going to add a little bit of my vanilla to it, and then we're ready to mix the flowers. Okay, so this is 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and if you were using vanilla essence, then you would use 3/4 of a teaspoon. So 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Okay, whip this up some more. Okay, now we take off all this liquid. Just remember, now we start adding our flour in 3 parts. Always remember, in 3 parts. And just shake it from top so that a little bit of air gets incorporated. This is almost like sealing. Right? And to this we're gonna add our baking powder, and just make sure there are no lumps in the baking powder and the baking soda, because baking powder and baking soda can get a little lumpy when they're sitting around. So just make sure there are no lumps. Okay, now we gently fold it in. This is my favorite part. cutting and folding. We also add a little bit of coconut as we go along. It's going to be a really good cake. Oops. One big piece. We don't want no big pieces. Just, small pieces of small shredded coconut in there. I haven't made this cake in years, actually. I made this cake, I think maybe in 2015 once. I haven't made it so after that, and I'm really looking forward to it. I just remember it was so good when I made it. It was nice, and it had this beautiful coconut flavor to it. It was really, really nice. I'm just going to add a splash of milk here, just a little tiny splash. And some more coconut. This is about a cup of coconut. Yeah. Make sure it's nicely incorporated, the coconut into every little bit of flour. Okay. And we add another little splash of milk. We don't want the batter to be dry, as in, when we're making cakes with fruits or carrots and all, the batter gets a little dry. That's because, the fruit is going to release its moisture, or the carrots are going to release their moisture. But in this case, since we've already kind of dehydrated the coconut, so we don't have that much moisture to work with. So we don't want this batter to be dry. And just make sure everything is incorporated nicely. Maybe another little splash of milk. Alright. Okay, I'm just going to show this to you. There you go. This is how the batter is looking like. It's quite soft, but still not as runny as as sometimes cake batters are. That's looking good. Ooh. Looks good. Okay. Now we put this in our pan. And I'm using a loaf pan for this because I want this to be like a loaf cake. And the pan is buttered, and it's, of course, I put parchment on it. And let's put this in. Let everything out. We don't want to leave any of the nice stuff behind. this is all going to be cake. Now then, you know, you just level it down. Just level, you know, the filling in your pan nicely. Make sure it's all good. It a little bit. And that's it. And this is gonna go. And this is going to bake for about 50 minutes or so. And I will let you know the exact time, you know, how much it takes in my oven after it's done. And remember to bake it on the lower rack of your oven. And if you have a convection oven, you know, if you have the fan on, turn the fan on, because sometimes, you know, the lower heating element tends to heat up quite quickly, and you know, the cake can get burnt from down. So switch on the fan of your oven if you have one. Otherwise, it's no big deal. And lower rack for about 50 minutes. Okay, we'll see you. Okay, our cake is done and it's looking really good. It's really soft, and I will show it to you. It is looking really good. It's absolutely beautifully brown from top, as you can see. And one thing which I forgot to mention was that once you put it in your oven, make sure you cover it very lightly with the foil after about 20 minutes so that it doesn't burn from top. You know, once you see it's slightly like goldenish brown from top, just cover it. Okay, now I'm going to leave this for about 10 minutes, you know, just to cool down. And after that, what we're going to do is, you know, we're just going to cover this lightly with a chocolate drizzle, and take about, I would say, 50 grams of chocolate. Melt it in the oven at, you know, intervals of about 20 seconds. Put it in a bowl. Just cut it and, you know, just melt it at intervals of 20 seconds in your microwave. And then we're going to drizzle it on top, because coconut and chocolate are really good together. Alright, I will show you the final result after I do that. Okay, as you can see here, our cake is looking absolutely gorgeous. Let me show this to you. It's looking so pretty. I will, you know, put some pictures up also. We put some drizzle on it, and then we toasted some, you know, coconut flakes, and we put those on top, and it is looking divine. Looking so good. And I'm just going to let this cool out for another couple of minutes, and then we're going to do a taste test. I'm so excited. It looks so pretty, really. Everybody, let's do the taste test. Alright, I have a little piece here, and I can tell you that it's really soft. It's like super soft, and let's see how this goes. The sugar is just perfect. It's like a really soft and nice pound cake, but you know, with the extra addition of coconut, it has a little extra flavor going for it, and the little chewiness which is coming from those coconut bits, and the chocolate is complementing it really nicely. It's a really good cake for tea or coffee. You know, it's way above a pound cake, I would say, but it's similar to that, and it's a perfectly nice cake, really good cake for tea or coffee. You know, if you're having guests over for tea, coffee, and you just want something light and easy, this is what you need to make. Okay, and you know, the detailed recipe is in the comments below and in the caption below, and you know, please take a look at it and follow along my journey. You know, subscribe to my channel, and let's bake some really good stuff. Tomorrow I'm going to be making a berry swirl cake, mixed berry swirl cake. So, follow along this journey and let's have some fun together. Let's bake together. Let's enjoy together. All right. Have fun baking. Take care.